Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua,
Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and those a great millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. I'm Zakaria.
I'm Qadar.
From the GMS Dallas camp. And I just wanted to hit a lesson, something I was reading about, something we all reading about, I guess. And it's, this lesson is about being humble and, going about your business in meekness, as the scriptures say, and not being high-minded about, who you may be or who you are, or who you think you are within the camp, within your family, the whole, as I say, the whole nine.
That's right.
So we're going to jump into these scriptures, and we're going to start from Sirach chapter 3, verse 17.
Verse 17, This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 3, starting at verse 17. My son, go on with thy business in meekness, so shalt thou be beloved of him that is approved.
In meekness. So even at your job, for example, go about your business in meekness. There's no reason to be in there thinking that you the man and you running. And what do Jake like to say? This place would be nothing without me. This place would crumble if I wasn't in here.
Yeah.
That's not true at all. It was going before you got there. It was going to be going after you left.
Yeah.
Now you may be, a good worker and all that, but just keep that low mindset. Keep that, give thanks to the people that are saying that you're good, good at what you do and all that. But just keep a low mindset and just going, like the scripture said, going about your business in meekness. Don't start thinking you got it, because as you do that, you're gonna see everybody's attitude change with you. It's just a matter of how we carry ourselves. Now that you understand you're a Hebrew Israelite, now that you understand that you're in the truth, for example, what do you do? And the scriptures give instruction on that. And we just want to hit one of those instructions, right? And I said men, that goes for women and children as well. These instructions are for all of us, all Hebrew Israelites. Well, go ahead.
This is in verse 18. The greater thou art, the more humble thyself, and thou shalt find favor before Yahweh.
That's right. The more you lift it up, the more you should be humble about what the Lord has blessed you with. Because it's a gift from the Lord. And Paul talked about that. It's a gift from the Lord. So how you going to boast in the gift?
That's right.
It was given to you. So whatever it is that you so-called good at, or, you got, as they say, you got down, give thanks to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua.
That's right.
Right? Don't allow yourself to be lifted up and now can't nobody tell you nothing. Yeah. Now you got it,
That's right.
You gonna say something?
Nah, brother.
Okay, go ahead.
Verse 19. Many are in high place and of renown, but mysteries are revealed unto the meek.
Go ahead.
Verse 20. For the power of Yahweh is great, and he is honored of the lowly.
And he is honored of those that humble themselves, of those that keep themselves in that humble spirit.
That's right.
Somebody says, a great video, all praise to Yahweh B'Shem. That's how we should be.
That's right.
Even outside, even at work, you do a great job. Don't get all high-minded, and start walking with your chest up and can't nobody tell you nothing all of a sudden. Just take the accolades in your mind. Give all praise to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, but just be meek.
That's right.
I don't know, at your job, maybe you will say all praise to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. I don't know. But if you don't, just say it in your head, for example, and then just keep it moving. Just say thank you, I appreciate it. And I want to say I appreciate y'all for the good training or something like that.
That's right.
Go about your business in meekness. Don't be thinking that you got it, because as soon as you start thinking that, the Lord going to send one of them Edomites to show you that you ain't got it.
That's right.
And the next thing you're going to be, instead of the guy everybody praised the word, you're going to be the guy everybody wants to get rid of.
That's right.
So just be thankful that you got the job and just go on about your business with meekness. Don't do too much. Don't do too little. Just carry on about your job.
That's right, brother.
Some like my job, a lot of the guys there know about being a Hebrew Israelite. They don't necessarily get into it, but they know about it. So you'll hear a lot of talk about it. Yeah. You'll hear a lot of talk about scriptures and things. And I'll get into some of the conversations, but I won't just submit myself fully over and in there, with a garment on and screaming to the top of my lungs, because that's my business. You have to go about that in meekness. I can't be in there with a garment on and somebody pulling out precepts for me. You just go about that in meekness, you know?
This is verse 21. Seek not out the things that are too hard for thee, neither search the things that are above thy strength.
That scripture, that pretty much breaks down itself.
That's right.
So if you can't, go ahead to Sirach chapter 20 and verse 3.
20 and verse 3.
And if you wanted to say something, go
ahead.
No. Let me grab this precept real quick.
Okay. Yeah, like the brothers going into, man, be humble in every aspect, be humble that the apostles and elders of Great Millstone have the spirit on them to even recognize you, man. Because then with them recognizing you, that can drive a bond in which apostle elder can directly chastise you, man. Which we've all been chastised. I love the apostles and elders and the Achion, man, of Great Millstone. But being humble, man. Don't sit there and just because you with the heads of the camp or the elders and apostles show favor towards you, man, be humble. Like, man, they like to have me around through the spirit of Yahweh Yahushua. Because you wanna be cool and think you got it. Because even in the world, man, you get knocked off your high horse.
That's right.
It's kind of like with anything that you look at that's in pop culture. When you on a high level, you the shit. Nobody can tell you nothing. You take a crap on everybody. You get the people who got you there out the way. You let them go to the wayside. Then when you fall off, now you reaching back out. That's not cool. So when you got that spirit of humbleness, you'll know, man. Like a scripture say, a wise man know when he slippeth, man.
That's right. I got a precept. Isaiah 66, and I'm going to start at verse 1. Thus saith Yahweh, the heaven is my throne and the earth is my footstool. Mm-hmm. Where is the house that ye build unto me? Mm. And that's just the Most High saying, like, it's all mine. Yeah. What you've been given is mine. The information, the knowledge, the understanding that comes from me.
That's right.
And where is the place of my rest? For all these things hath mine hand made, and all those things have been, saith Yahweh. But to this man will I look. And the Most High is going to describe the type of person that the Most High is going to deal with. Yeah. That the Most High is looking for, an attribute. Yeah. But to this man will I look, even to him that is poor and of a contrite spirit, and trembleth at my word.
That's right.
And that's the type of man that the Most High is going to look at. Humble.
Yeah.
Poor and contrite. A man that's not lifted up, that's not full of pride, a man that wants understanding and gives praise for understanding, not just to the Most High, but to the men that give him that understanding.
That's right.
Because that man understands how the Spirit works.
That's right.
That information that you're getting, where did you get it from? So my answer would be, I started this learning from YouTube. Who did I learn from? The Apostles of Great Millstone. So when I say double honors to the apostles in the videos, that's the truth. That's right. Not me being funny. That's not me being, trying to, as they say, brown nose. Yeah. That's the truth. Yeah. That's just it. Yeah. The Spirit dealt with those men, and then that's how I got the understanding. Yeah. So as honor goes, I give honor to this brother, but I give a double portion of that honor to them because that's who the Most High used, and they put that labor in. So they deserve that.
That's right.
That's just an example of that. But that's who the Most High looks at. A man that understands how that process goes.
That's right.
You didn't just get this on your own. You didn't just wake up with the breakdown of the chip. You didn't just wake up like that. You got that from somewhere.
That's right. Man, Jay, crazy. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 20, verse 3. Mm-hmm. How good it... Salaki, let me read that correct. Back in Ecclesiasticus chapter 20, verse 3. How good is it when thou art reproved?
Actually, jump to verse 5.
Verse 5?
Verse 5.
Okay. This is verse 5. There is one that keepeth silence and is found wise, and another by much babbling become hateful.
And this is just another example of how to be, how to carry yourself. You don't need to be boastful. You don't need to be, always trying to be at the forefront. Let the Spirit go. Sometimes you're the main one talking. Sometimes you're not the main one talking. Yeah. But if your goal is to always have your voice heard, then you need to check that. You need to understand that, look, just follow the Spirit. Yeah. Sometimes it got you talking a lot. Sometimes it got you always on fire and in that zone. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then you just follow the Spirit. don't force yourself to be the man.
Yeah.
Just let the Spirit flow out of you naturally. Yeah. Go ahead.
Come. This is verse 6. Some man holdeth his tongue because he hath not to answer, and some keepeth silence, knowing his time.
And knowing his time. So you keep silence, knowing that this might not be the right time for me to go into what's the Spirit has on my mind. So I'm gonna chill right now, but next week I'll grab that, or I'll just wait till the Lord puts a Spirit on me to do that.
That's right.
You have to follow. You have to understand how to follow that Spirit and what is that Spirit doing.
That's right.
What is the time? What's going on around you? You know what I mean? Not just speaking on just because you studied it that week, it has to come out. Yeah. It's not necessarily true. When you out at camp, for example, the Spirit may want to go into a specific breakdown. Yeah. And you come up trying to break the Spirit, it's going to show. And it's going to show on camera. All the brothers around you are going to feel it. Yeah. And it's going to be out of order,
Like this, can't think of the scripture. Think not what to say.
I'm not sure.
And that's like, don't think, you got to, like the brother saying, you got to deal with the Spirit. Mm-hmm. Think not what you shall speak. Mm-hmm. When you... I know in a time of adversity, I believe, too.
Yeah, I believe that's what Matthew chapter 10, I believe.
I think so.
Talks about that.
Come.
What verse you at?
Verse 7. You want to get that?
Yeah.
Okay, come.
I'll read through 8.
Okay, come. A wise man will hold his tongue till he see opportunity, but a babbler and a fool will regard no time.
And just be talking and just be saying stuff and may have good information, but it's out of season, it's out of time, so everybody's not receiving it. The Spirit is not receiving it well because it's out of tune and out of time. It may be a time to get real hyped and real angry and real, loud. It may not be. It may be a time where things that you say don't necessarily have to have all that punch behind it. You just have to understand the Spirit. But the main thing that we want to hit on is don't force it. Don't try to be the man. The man is already set. Yeah. Just do what the Most High put the Spirit on you to do. Don't try to be the guy, you know what I mean?
That's right.
Don't try to force it. Just let it play itself out naturally. Go ahead.
This is verse 8. He that useth many words shall be abhorred, and he that taketh to himself authority therein shall be hated.
Useth many words. It was a guy in our camp. I ain't even say no names. Y'all know who it is. It was a guy in our camp who fitted that verse very well. Mm-hmm. Read that one more time.
Back in verse 8. He that useth many words shall be abhorred, and he that taketh to himself authority therein shall be hated.
Always talking. Always got something to say. Always trying to be the smartest person in the room. Instead of just letting the information come out and saying, damn, that was some good info. Yeah. Instead of always trying to lamb back and always adding to it, just let it come out. Let it build. Let whoever's speaking say their piece instead of always interrupting them and always having something to say. Yeah. Right? And the second part of that verse is taking to himself authority. He come in the room, he gotta be the man. Everybody has to respect him. Everybody has to, you know what I mean? Everybody gotta bow down, on one knee and respect the fact that he's there. A man that wants that kind of attention isn't in the right spirit. It's not in the spirit of Yahweh Shah. You want to say something?
Oh yeah, just it doesn't have to be suspenseful, like the brother said. Just like. And each, like the brother was going into for an example, it's like it would be various times. You got times, we fellowship in, of course, the Spirit. Nobody should ever feel, like, this ain't the time to. Bro, if you want to bring a scripture out or go into some, hey, that's what we here for, first and foremost, is how about Shemi Shah. But like the brother said, if you want to make yourself heard, at any given time, brothers could just, brothers could be, grilling, brothers, be listening to music, because we like to listen to music. Everybody got to be quiet because you got something to say and it really, like, bro, you could have saved that for tomorrow for you and the rest of the heads, bro. Or, now you done messed the mood up. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
You become the party pooper, man.
That's right. Since you said that, I got a quick precept.
Come on.
Sirach chapter. Actually, we could just end that one. We'll just move on to Sirach 32.
Okay.
Sirach chapter 32, and I'm gonna start at verse 3. Speak, thou that art the elder, for it becometh thee, but with sound judgment.
Yeah.
And hinder not music. And that's beautiful to scripture say that, because that's what the brother said. Yeah. Everybody kicking it, everybody having a good time, everybody enjoying themselves, everybody's taking that load off from that week. Let's say it's Saturday. Yeah. Brothers are kicking back, everybody kind of releasing all that tension. But you constantly got to come in and Shema. Yeah. Brothers, listen up. And you got, things that were talked about yesterday, you still bringing it up that same day. That's you as they say, quenching the spirit. Not necessarily quenching the spirit, but you're not flowing in the spirit. You're flowing in how you want the spirit to be.
That's
you're forcing the course of the river, and brothers around you are going to notice that and feel that, and it's going to be tension.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
If you want to speak on
that. Yeah, like you said, man, the perfect examples we have for that, who are the apostles and elders. We spent a lot of time with them over these couple of years, man. And they'll when fellowshipping, man, they gon' when the spirit allows, man, they gon' bring up stuff that needs to be that needs to be spoke on, okay, or many issues that need to be addressed. They gonna bring it out, man. But those are like prime examples, man. Anywhere to counseling to say, brother, you shouldn't. It's a time and place for everything. And the apostles and elders of Great Millstone understand that through the Spirit. It's beautiful. He brought that out because it's through the Spirit. We watch these men, on the highways and byways to actually fellowshipping and sitting at their feet when we have an opportunity. Like, man, that's how you handle it, bro. Apostles we fellowship and they ain't, bro. It's a time and place for everything, man. Trust. It's a time that the apostles and elders want to know your ideas, your views on things. How do you feel about this, brother? They're not going to do that while brothers are, grilling poolside and music's playing. Well, how do you feel about this, brother? They're not going to bring it up at that time point. Now, later on that night or tomorrow morning, hey, the apostles and elders, want to talk to brothers. And that's how it's been done. And that's according to the scriptures, which the brother just brought out.
I'm gonna jump to verse 8. Let thy speech be short, comprehending much in few words. Salakia, verse 7. Speak, young man, if there be need of thee, and yet scarcely when thou art twice asked. So once again, this is just an attribute of how you should carry yourself. Whether you have a lot of knowledge in this truth, or you young in this truth, these are these are examples of how you should be carrying yourself. I'm going to read verse 7 again. Speak, young man, and we're all young men outside of the apostles. We're all young in this thing. Yeah. I think for me it's 7, 8, 9, somewhere around there.
Yeah. Same. About 7.5, close to 8.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Speak, young man, if there be need of thee, and yet scarcely when thou art twice asked. Let thy speech be short, comprehending much in few words. Be as one that knoweth, and yet holdeth his tongue. And that's how you want to be. You don't always want to just be in the mix and throwing your 2 cents out there. Just, let it play itself out. And if someone asks, then add your 2 cents. But sometimes just sit back and listen and enjoy your company. Don't always try to dictate what everybody's talking about or what everybody's thinking and all that. Just sit back and enjoy. And brothers will enjoy you. And a lot of times, the less you say, the times you do talk, people will pay attention more. Because you're not the person that's always opening your mouth when, you know what I'm saying, when something's coming out.
That's right.
Verse 9. If you
go ahead, brother.
Verse 9. If thou be among great men, make not thyself equal with them. And when ancient men are in place, use not many words. Those, I'm not even finna sugarcoat it. Among great men, and when ancient men are in place, that's talking about our apostles and elders. Let's just be honest with each other.
That's right.
Especially when you're around them, what they talk about, and they could go way deep and over your head. So when they are talking, don't think that you are set at the same level they are.
Yeah.
You know, just let be a part of the conversation, but don't overstep your boundaries.
Don't be the conversation.
Yeah, don't end, like the brother said, don't end up being the conversation. And that's a very like a poignant way that the scripture says it. It's plain, it's clear. Sit your ass down.
Yeah.
Especially when you're around the apostles and elders. Sit your ass down. Yeah. Don't think that you right there with them and you running right there with them. No. Sit down. You can be a much more respected person if you follow these instructions that are within these scriptures.
That's right.
Don't try to lift yourself up to be somebody to be seen. Because the next thing you know, everybody is looking at you.
Yeah.
And everybody can see all your faults.
That's right.
I'm going to read verse 9 again. If thou be among great men, make not thyself equal with them. And when ancient men are in place, use not many words. That's, the way the scripture words that, you can't get around that.
That's right.
It's nothing that you can really say, add to.
Yep.
The scripture say it plainly.
That's right.
As a young man, sit down. Sit down. Be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of a fool, as it talks about in Ecclesiastes chapter 5.
That's right.
You got anything you want to add to that?
That was scripture said it perfect.
You can't add to it if you wanted to, right? And as always, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Peace and love to all you Akim out there.
Right.
Double honor to the apostles and elders as usual. And want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach Kwadash, Shalom.
Shalom.
Let's do it again.
Okay.